This video is brought to you by 3, bringing you 4G at no extra cost and some exclusive deals over at btech.com.
Hey guys, welcome to BTech. Basil here with the Samsung Galaxy Note Pro 12.2 and a Wacom Cintiq Companion Hybrid. The Note Pro 12.2 is Samsung's 12.2-inch beast S Pen in tow. This has 1024 levels of pressure sensitivity with this fiddly little S Pen, but it is actually quite capable thanks to key optimizations made within the user interface. How does it stack up against the graphic design tablet come Android tablet in the background? Well, that's what this comparison is all about. We're going to start off by telling you a little bit about the key differences, and we'll kick off with price. You've got a £489 tablet right now. We checked Amazon before filming this review, but it's going to be various prices in various places, but around that mark. It started off being a lot more expensive. You've got about a £1,000 tablet in the Wacom Cintiq Companion Hybrid, so very different price points. You may wonder why, based on the fact, first impression, this looks a lot skinnier. It's got a much sharper display, and it's also very, very capable with its octa-core processor. But that is because the Wacom Cintiq Companion Hybrid doubles up as a second monitor for a PC and a graphic design tablet. So it does a lot more than the Note Pro 12.2, as it also runs Android and can do 99% of the Android things that this thing right here can do. We'll kick off by telling you about the design though, and like we said, very different. 7.95mm thin, 16mm thick, so very, very different in hand experiences as well. We can very comfortably hold the Note Pro 12.2 for a fair amount of time, and it looks really, really elegant on the train, for example, usable for about 10 minutes one-handed, half hour or so two-handed very comfortably. The Wacom Cintiq Companion Hybrid is much more of a beefcake, and it is heavier too, but you can see when we take a look around, this is not a traditional tablet in any sense of the word. It is a graphic design tablet first and an Android tablet second. That's why it's so thick, and that's exactly why it's styled like this with all those bezels. Left hand side is where you can find the graphic design buttons, and these are Wacom buttons. They're available on the Intuos line as well as the Cintiq line that don't double up as Android tablets. Front facing 2-megapixel camera, a very matte screen, which is a bit weird when using your finger, but it is an absolute pleasure when paired with this pen input system. If we take a look on the right, we've got key connections, and that includes a micro SD card slot, micro HDMI proprietary connector, and the proprietary connector is where you also connect the HDMI to plug this thing to a PC where it becomes a second monitor, full-size USB, 3.5mm jack, and a power button. Down the base, no buttons. Left hand side, no buttons, and up top, no buttons, but on the flip side is a rear facing 8-megapixel camera. We've also got a kickstand in the background right here. This kickstand actually sticks onto the back of the tablet like so, just connects onto the back, and you therefore wherever you go have a kickstand, so you can use your Cintiq Companion Hybrid at an angle. Placing that back, we can do it quite securely because this thing falls. It's a very, very heavy, very expensive catastrophe you have on your hands. We can take a look at the Note Pro 12.2's key design highlights. 2 capacitive buttons either side of the physical home button right there. Up top, front facing 2-megapixel camera. On the right hand side is a micro USB 3 port, micro SD card slot as well, and the S Pen. Teeny tiny little S Pen, and when compared with a pretty beefy Wacom stylus, we can see the difference. This is made to be held by graphic designers for hours on end without any finger fatigue, whereas this one is a little bit too tiny for use comfortably for more than about 20 minutes or so. So putting those to one side, we can also see on the left side, you've got the second stereo speaker, 3.5mm jack up the top, infrared blaster. This thing is a TV remote control for your set-top box and for your television, and a volume rocker and power button. All in all, making this graphic design tablet a graphic design tablet second and an Android tablet first, a multimedia tablet first, more to the point. The fact you've got applications like Sketchbook on here out of the box, Sketchbook for Galaxy, means you do have some really capable graphic design, well, not graphic design, but fine art at least, chops on here. You can work with layers, you can export to Photoshop files very comfortably, and it's a really nice drawing experience. It's a real shame that S Pen is so small. We know you could get S Pen holders that increase the size of the actual grip very, for older Note devices. So if these are available for this device, great. You may have noticed we're swiping on the screen and we're not doing anything. That's because both of these devices with certain applications deactivate finger input and only work with pen input. If we jump out of that, we can take a look around other key design elements as far as the user interface goes. And every time we pull out our S Pen, we are presented with some air command options. If we tap through on air command, we can see one that we made earlier. We'll do that again just so you can see exactly what you can expect. You can also activate air command by pressing the button while hovering over the display. Action memo, we can type the name John or write the name John even, and then write a number 02096654436. There you go. If we were to collect that information, tap the phone book, you can see it's actually registered him as a contact. And we can also edit that, write additional notes, etc. So add additional field notes. And this is a very, very simple to use hello John key text input system, which is incredibly accurate and really, really nice to just write on. Unfortunately, what we're showing you right now is to illustrate some touch orientation the Note Pro 12.2 has, that the Wacom Cintiq Hybrid Companion, or Companion Hybrid, sorry, is missing. The Companion Hybrid runs stock Android. We can bring it closer into frame so you can see what we mean. It is completely stock Android. If we were to grab a text entry field area, we can see you've got very, very stock keyboard. It has swipe input, but there is no handwriting input to speak of, and no handwriting input options. You can also see you've got 5 fixed home screens and an applications tray, and this leads through to widgets. Either side, you've got pull down notification tray on the left, and on the right hand side, we can tap out of that, and it's stuck. There you go. Just had a bit of a meltdown. On the right hand side, we can also see our quick toggles. It's running with an NVIDIA Tegra 4. Historically, we've had a few issues with Tegra 4 in terms of stability. It plays games, for example, brilliantly, and then sometimes it melts down every now and then, like it just did. Preloaded out of the box, so you do have some applications that take advantage of the drawing chops of this thing, such as Infinite Canvas, Wacom Center, Wacom recommends Creative Canvas, and Manga Canvas, but it's Autodesk Sketchbook Pro that really is the winner, whatever pen input device you've got. As we said, you can work with layers very, very comfortably, and you can also export as PSD files, as PNG files. The choice is yours. All in all, if you're looking at a gaming device, at a performance device, it's very difficult to recommend the Wacom Cintiq Companion Hybrid over the Note Pro 12.2. However, if you are looking for a graphic design tablet first and foremost, and wouldn't mind if it doubled up as an Android tablet, then the Cintiq is actually very, very capable. It costs £1,000 though. You have a few choices if you're going to spend £1,000. You can get this, you can get one of these, and a Wacom graphic design tablet that doesn't have Cintiq properties, i.e. second screen properties. You can also get a Wacom Cintiq 13-inch, which is just the second screen, doesn't have the Android inside, and you'll also have enough money left over, with it costing around 700 odd quid, to get a mediocre Android tablet, or indeed a very good one, the Nexus 7 for example. So all in all, this is a very expensive device. It is very easy to recommend because nothing has as much functionality as this on the market. Android tablet, and a respectable one. It's also, like we said, got 2048 levels of pressure sensitivity, more pressure sensitivity than any other Android tablet on the scene. What's more, connected to a PC or a Mac, it acts as a second monitor and a design tablet. It has a pretty decent 8 megapixel camera, about on par with that of the Note Pro 12.2, but the Note Pro 12.2's camera has a flash. The user interface unfortunately isn't optimized, no handwriting recognition. So if you're going to be happy with stock Android, it is perfect for you. Applications like Netflix work really well with that kickstand. But if you want an Android tablet primarily, the Note Pro 12.2 is definitely our choice. Hopefully you've enjoyed our comparison. It's been quite a weird one, quite a challenging one, because they are so different, but yet they do have that overlap with that pen input. If you have any questions about either of them, please ping them in the comments section below. Make sure if you like the video, you click like. If you have any suggestions for future videos, throw them in the comments section. And if you like the channel in general, subscribe. Head over to BTech. There you can find the latest in smartphones, tablets, smart gadgets, and some awesome deals as well. Thanks for watching.
At the top of the screen is where you can find 3 hand-picked videos for your viewing pleasure. On the left is where you can subscribe, and on the right hand side you can find some exclusive deals if you head over to btech.com.